Good morning, everyone. We are headed to the gym. We're in the wife mobile today because I didn't want to take the truck. But we're gonna hit legs. Pretty much the same exact workout as last week, except a little heavier and then something else fun thrown in the end. So I'm looking forward to that. It's gonna be an interesting session for sure. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to squat as much as I want to, which is 405, 406. I don't know if that's in the cards today, but I'm gonna try. Hopefully that all goes smoothly. We'll get into our accessory and pump work after that. And then we're throwing a new twist, something I haven't trained in a long time. We're just gonna test the waters a bit at the end of today's session. This gym actually has the perfect place for it. And I'll show you what I mean when we get there. But for now, we're gonna enjoy this drive and we're gonna try to hype ourselves up because I'm uncaffeinated. Kind of wanted to make it a little bit harder on myself today, just for the heck of it. You know, you gotta do that to yourself every once in a while. Sometimes you gotta make your conditions suboptimal so that you can push yourself. For me, I usually just think about Dragon Ball Z and that gets me pumped, so might throw some tunes on my way to the gym. Now, it's been a long time since I've actually listened to music in order to hype myself up. That's something that I like to use very sparingly. I find it a very powerful tool, but also a very inconsistent tool. Sometimes the hype that I experience from listening to a certain song, you know, it might be crazy one day. It helps me hit some insane, unexpected numbers, but the next day, the next time I try to do it, it's less than what's expected. So I like to use that as sparingly as possible. But for today, I might just use it to wake myself up a bit in the car. All right, with that being said, I'll see you at the gym. Last warm-up single here. After this, we're gonna go up to the heavy and see if we can't beat what we did last week. bad at all. So I've known for about 3 weeks that that's what I wanted to go for, 405 for 6. And even 2 weeks ago, I did not think that I was going to be able to do it that quickly. So very happy with that performance. Just brought it down 20 pounds. I'm going to do another set of 6 to match last week's PR. And then maybe one more back off set after that. And then we'll move into our Nordics and our other accessories.
That's only one of them. No, I'd be like,
One more here, we'll move on. Little misgroove on that second one. That's okay. Still got it. Let's move on. Okay, quads are pretty much done now. Let's go ahead and move on to some hamstring curls, and we'll get into our last special exercise. Oh, all right. Hamstring's feeling pretty fried, so I think I'm gonna call it there and just do 2 sets of that. Never mind, I'm gonna do one more. Oh. Alright. Now I'm done with those. Just want to do a little bit of abs before we get into our final exercise, which it may surprise you, but one more set of this and I'll probably be good. Still actually feeling it a little bit from the last time I did abs, so don't want to overdo it too much. Let's move on to the final exercise, if you can call it that. All right, this is what I was alluding to in the car. Not many of the gyms I get to have a punching bag like this, and it's been a long time since I've done any martial arts at all. We're just gonna mess around on this just to kind of cool things down, finish out this leg workout. Training legs before doing that, probably a bad idea, but kicks actually feel better than I thought they would. I think that's something I'd like to bring back, is a little bit of the Taekwondo stuff, you know, the mixed martial arts, just to kind of keep my chops up, because I love doing martial arts. It's been a while since I've gotten into it. So let's kind of ease it back in. I think it'd be a good idea for both conditioning for bodybuilding and just general health. Yeah, that's a fun time. All right, a little bit of kicking to finish off today's session. Gonna ease that back in slowly. That way I don't put too much strain on the adductors and the hamstrings. It felt pretty good after that today though. And I'm super happy with the squat performance. That 405 for 6 high bar is something that I just didn't see myself doing for a long time. I was kind of stuck in that 315 to 365 range on high bar squats for a long time, years. But you just work these things up slowly. You don't take your foot off the gas. Of course, you deload when you need to, but when you come back from that deload, you hit it hard again. It's one thing I've been bad about in the past is I'll start with an exercise for a good 3 to 6 weeks, get pretty strong on it, and then I'll switch to something entirely different, and I'll lose all the progress that I just made. So from now on, I'm gonna keep up with these heavy squat variations in same relative rep range. So gotta keep that strength up there, because I think the size of my legs has benefited from it. My legs have never been a weak point for me, but they're definitely still growing. So we're gonna keep the heavy squats, we're gonna keep the pump work in there, and we're gonna throw some Taekwondo, some acrobatic stuff at it, just for fun, really. That's another one of those things that I just like having the ability to do. You know, I never thought of Taekwondo as a purely self-defense martial art, just because, you know, if you're looking for self-defense, you're better off looking elsewhere, honestly. I mean, Taekwondo is great. You can definitely learn how to fight with it, but you know, the best Taekwondo fighter in the world is going to lose to somebody who's a little bit more well-rounded, even if their skills are moderate. But I like Taekwondo more for having the ability, more for the internal struggle instead of the external. And I think it looks cool. So I'm going to keep that in there. The athletic ability, the flexibility that it takes to do that, combined with the jumping and sprinting that I'm doing, I'm confident that my athletic prowess is not going to decline as I get heavier. You know, that was something I used to be really concerned with. But I mean, it's not that big of a deal. It's not like you gain muscle and you just lose the ability to do things. You only do that if you stop practicing the things you don't want to lose the ability to do. If you don't use it, you're going to lose it, right? So, just for fun. All right, now it's time to go fuel our muscles in preparation for an awesome rest day tomorrow. After that, when I get back on Monday, I'll be updating y'all with my weight once more. See how far we've progressed in this 3 weeks, 4 weeks, 3 weeks. We're going into week 4 of this winter bulk, and I am super excited. I'm hoping to be around 193, 194, but you know, we'll see kind of where we are. I'm feeling bigger, but just because you feel bigger doesn't always translate over to the scale. So anyways, thank you all so much for watching. Train hard today, and God bless.